Hey everybody, it's Nightwing here again. It's been a while since I did another review, but if you notice, this isn't Wii Review. Actually, what I'd like to do is review classic games. Games that really didn't get the appreciation they deserved back in the 90s, back in the 80s, even in the late 90s, and 7 years ago with the GameCube. But that's another story. The game I decided to review first, which I'll probably get flamed a lot for, is the original Power Rangers. Yeah, I know. I was a fan of the show when I was 10, and I had the old Super NES cart lying around, and I figured nobody on YouTube has done this game, so why not? You know, I'm not really doing anything. I figured, okay, I'm taking a little break from the Wii review, so let's do Power Rangers. Yeah, that's it. No, my wife did not pick this game. She actually thinks Power Rangers are of the devil. So I don't really get into that. But anyway, this game was actually kind of like I won't say a gem, but there were a lot of elements in this game that made this game more than just a brawler. It was an action game, it was a fighting game, it was an adventure game, and it was a side-scrolling brawling game. So it had those four elements in it that made this game still stay in my collection after I got rid of my hundreds and hundreds of Super NES games a long time ago to buy the N64. Although I still have about 30 or so SNES cards lying around, and this was in the pile. And yes, there is a way to actually use the SNES to do these review things. Nintendo did release one of those AV component cables years ago. Pretty cheap though, sound doesn't really work, but the video came out nice. Alright, gameplay. What you'll actually notice about this is Billy right now is terrified to fight, but as soon as he becomes a Power Ranger, it's like, wow, look at Billy, he can fight just like everybody else. Interesting, huh? Yeah, I know. The same animation, different weapon. But what you gonna do? The game is actually very easily controlled. The B button jumps, the Y button fights and throws and does whatever else you need it to do. So it's pretty self-explanatory. The action elements of this game go from you being underwater to being in like kind of like a Machine Empire type area. Outside you can blow up cars, you can do lots of things. Jump off walls, hang from ceilings. It's all good. Alright, bad aspect of this game. Not the Black Ranger. I actually like the Black Ranger. It's just I'm using him to demonstrate this montage. Basically, in the game, what I couldn't stand about this and still can't figure out is it had side-scrolling elements, but at the same time it had these things where you have to jump to get to the place and do this, do that. It was like, okay, I just want to fight things. But okay, I'll do it your way. So basically that's what most of the levels consist of. There's a boss you have to fight, and there's levels that you have to run through, basically like that. Also, no Green Ranger. I mean, come on. Here's another thing that I don't like about this game. Look at Jason's sword. It's not the power sword. It's like his little blaster dagger. I mean, talk about ridiculous. Alright, the good aspect of this game. The good aspect of this game was finally being able to use the Megazord. Since Transformers wasn't really mainstream anymore back in '94, there was no real ability to play as Optimus Prime or Voltron or anybody really good from the 80s. So, for the 90s we had the Megazord, and it was fun to play with. Although, the Megazord is also very cheap, because you can get through most levels by jumping straight up in the air and coming down with your sword. Hence what I demonstrated in this little gameplay montage. All in all, I'd say if you own this game, keep it in your collection. I mean, it still works, and I've had it since '94. No real problems with it. I gave this game a 7 out of 10. It's a good game. Keep it in your collection. Bye.